Hey guys, we're live. I just realized one of my favorite YouTubers, Makeup Zombie, is also live, so I will go watch her in a minute. But I've been trying to do this video. I think I'm going to put it in my A-listers playlist. It's going to talk a lot about jewelry buying, selling, storing. This is a requested video, so I'm glad you're here. I have two of these armoires, guys. These are the kind that mount on your back door, or they can go on a wall. This is mostly personal jewelry, but not always, or I always put my fine jewelry in here too. Like these are pretty expensive designer piece that one of my subscribers informed me about, but I have two of these, and I had designated this one for all gold. But as is the case with the way I wear things, I just kind of, the first thing I want to pop on, I'll grab it, and then I will put the rest back. So this has incorporated not only fine jewelry like my Tiffany ruby there, ruby and diamond, but also just a beautiful little vintage piece that I acquired from a coworker. And everything is just kind of thrown in here right now, but I do pick from this to sell. So that's why I just want to know where certain things are, either because, like I said, they're a cute little vintage thing that is superb, or gifts or things that I've acquired. They're in here, and I do have two of these. The other one has just as many beautiful things in it, lots of silver chains and things like that in here. And then this is mirrored, so I'm going to try to close that really quickly. I have done a video something like this before, but this is kind of an updated videos and all of that. This is what partition, am I a little close there? What? No. This is the room partition there. So I have a lot of purses that I'm going to bring to my auction today hung here in the back. I don't normally keep them there, but I have them there so that I can find them quickly. I also have some more down there. That's just what I'm getting ready for my auction. I did redo this little area here. This really tall bookcase that used to belong to my son when he was in college. This has nothing but jewelry in it. I have some jewelry books in here. I have a couple of knickknacks, not many. I decided to keep it all for jewelry. So like at the very top there, I have empty boxes. There's nothing in those boxes right now. That's why they're at the very top. Some of these things I just acquired. I did used to have her filled with pearls, and I want to do that again. I want to do an auction and fill her with little pearl pieces and auction her off that way. I think it'd be cute. That's an Asian one that I just got. I have a little ghost sticking. I have a customer who just inquired about some pretty Halloween items. I'm shipping a couple out to her, and I wanted to gift her those that I have in there, and that's to remind me that I have them in there. That's why I have the little ghost out like that. I have a very, I could use a lot more organizational skills than what I have. These little boxes I found at the Goodwill for really cheap. I think they were 99 cents a piece. They are velvet lined. They're fabulous. Some of them are actually for holding bracelets and things. This is just a malachite bracelet that I probably will bring to auction today. I also have a Kendra Scott back here still tagged that I just found from organizing. Because again, like I said, sometimes I'll get these things and I'll put like bracelets all in one piece, and then I'll forget I put all those bracelets there. So I really have to constantly revisit what I have, so I can continue to bring, things that haven't been brought to the auction or to eBay or whatnot. So that's what I have there. I also have like my collection of patriotic jewelry down here. I tried to do some themes here, like I have gold right here. I have a beautiful Jeep Collins there. Then I have some new brooches that I've got because they're just piled everywhere. And I think I now have a caboodle full of brooches. And I have this glass thing that I got from that fabulous junk store that we went to together, where she sold me the entire thing. It had all kinds of stuff like souvenirs and what else did I have? I've sold a few things from there, like little Boy Scout things. And she had a bunch of things in there, and I just made her an offer on the entire case, but I really had my eye on the case. So that's full of brooches. Let me say hi to a couple of people, and then we'll move on to more things here in the room. Hi, Winchy, how are you? Beth, how are you? Again, this is a requested video, guys. I do a lot of jewelry jars, jewelry unboxings, that kind of thing. So people ask me, what do you do with all of the jewelry? Well, I wear it, I sell it, I give it away. I store it as best as I can so that I can find what I need when I want to sell it. Or someone has seen it, and that way I'll know, oh, I have everything that's red over here. I used to do color coding too with my necklaces, but anyway, I'm just constantly trying to update things. That's what I'm doing. So if you like that kind of content, you like jewelry, you like thrift hunting, all of that, be sure and subscribe. Be sure and hit that thumbs up on your way in or out. Either one will work. I do appreciate it. And let me just say hi to a couple other people, and then we'll move on. Hi, Nora. How are you? And let me see. Walter, how are you doing? How's the weather over where you are on the other side of the world? Cindy, how are you, Miss Cindy? Getting ready for the auction in just a minute, but I just wanted to do this quick requested video on what I do with all of my jewelry. Jody, Donna, Catherine. How are you, Catherine McMillan? I'm so glad you're here. Tanya as well. All right, we will move on. Then I had a huge obsession disorder with collecting these types of jewelry boxes. So I think I probably have about 6 in my possession. I've given some away. I've actually auctioned some with full of jewelry as well. I have a lot of those. Right now, these actually are holding nothing but like what I call tidbits, like one precious stone earring or a sterling silver earring that I never found the mate to, or whatever. So that's kind of what's in there. Pendants that haven't found, chains that I really do want to list. This is another little stacking thing I got at the Goodwill. I had a bunch of jewelry in here that I can't take it out right now because they're so rubbery, they kind of stick together. But these are kind of really eclectic necklaces that I found. For one reason or another, my jewelry jars tend to take on themes. And one time there was these really kind of, I guess like a steampunk design genre that I ran into, and like every jar had something really steampunkish and really cool. But there's also a really awesome druzy in there that I'm going to probably bring to auction today. And it looks like a weapon from some kind of crazy movie. I mean, honestly, but it's a druzy and it's surrounded by this brass metal and it's amazing. So that's what's in there. This velvet Godiva chocolate thing that my husband gave me one Christmas, full of wonderful Godiva chocolates. It's now full of Christmas jewelry. This green one back here is full of Christmas jewelry. This is just a little prop that I have full of rhinestones because I take pictures often with the, I'll do this like as a background, then I'll put the main item in the front. I do have a collection here of James Avery catalogs. I have Tiffany catalogs. I have John Hardy catalogs. I've really always kind of scouring these old books, even though their illustrations, their photos are horrific. They're dark, but you get terminology that you don't see everywhere. I found this at a recent auction recently here on YouTube. She was doing quite a few wonderful things, and one of them included some books. All right, then I just have some of these models that I do use for my jewelry to take photos for eBay. But I mostly used all of these mannequins for clothing when I sell clothing. I also use it to store jewelry. This is a beautiful mannequin I got once on eBay. She's gorgeous. She's like from the 80s, and then I just moved a couple of jewelry jars back in back of them on some shelving at the very bottom because I won't be accessing those, every 5 minutes. So I like to have the things that I will be accessing, like my brooches. I have a stack of brooches here. No, these are pendants. These are pendants that I just came upon from the jewelry jars, like this Murano glass. Isn't that fabulous? And just some really, really nice ones that I really need to put on chains. This is just my perfume table. I did do some gold here. This is the only way I could expand this. And I wanted to have all gold chains here that are in good condition, that are sellable, either in my grab bags or individual pieces, like this darling piece. Isn't that fabulous? That was a broken piece. My husband did add the little hooks there so we could chain it up. I think it's just some kind of maybe it's Bakelite. I have never tested it. But this is all gold. That's a little vintage hat I found at the Goodwill. Isn't that cute? That was $78. My daughter wore it the other day with the tag tucked in. I said, tuck that tag in. But it looks so cute on her. She wore it. What was it? I don't remember when she wore it, but it looked really cute on her. And then, okay, we're behind the scenes again, guys. This is my armoire where I keep purses. I went ahead and took everything out of there. All I keep is handbags in there, mostly my collection as well as what I sell. Do have a few things in there. At the very bottom, I have some of my eBay inventory, like comic books and CDs, very collectible things down there. but mostly literature like comic books, old sewing patterns, that kind of stuff sells fabulous on Amazon. So again, this is kind of an A-lister show slash jewelry show, guys, because I do sell on all platforms. And I'm just kind of doing a requested video. People ask me where I keep all my inventory. This little, I guess it's a beverage cart, a tea cart. It came in very handy. Oh, this is my tripod over there. That's the stand to hold the camera when I'm doing some outdoor videos or something. So I use it to, during my auction, I've got what I want to present at the top, what I've already presented at the bottom. There's another empty jewelry box there, one of those lane ones that I want to fill. What am I filling there? I think I'm going to start collecting beads in that one. The green Tupperware back there is full of a jar I unjarred recently. And I like to keep things kind of there for the, as I usually get a few emails asking me if I'm selling this or that. And so before I put it over here on this wall or over here on the other stack, I leave it there for a good week. And that way I know, oh, I just unboxed it. It should be there, because people will send me screenshots and stuff. And then there's another tier down there. I love this little card. It's actually broken. I never realized it was broken. And gosh, it needs a dusting. But it served me well. I've used it for decorative purposes all over the house. I think I've even had it in the bathroom, holding soaps and everything. But now it's working for me. It's actually on the payroll. Then I have this giant bin right here. This is like these little collapsible. This is full of my craft. This was empty the other day, guys, because I sold a giant box of craft pieces for $100. Or was it, what was it? I think it was 20 pounds, and with shipping and everything, it was like $100. She was happy as a lark. She loved it, but I emptied that entire thing. Now it's full again. Then this other basket has a Tupperware lid right now because I use that for something else. But this is actually sellable, wearable, good jewelry that I'm just putting in there until I find another place for it. Usually also directly from a haul. There's a little desk back there that I need to get rid of. Show you the back of my area that people have asked about. I redid it last night. I took all of the jewelry that I had previously here. I had those beautiful milk glass faces that I love so much, full of bracelets back here, but I decided to switch it up because I was knocking a lot of things over. You saw, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, one of my candles actually burst because the wick was too short, and it caused a domino, honestly, when I cleaned up and everything. So I things. Now we have all of these racks holding bracelets. These are all wearable, good bracelets. This, I don't even know what this is originally for, but it's holding long necklaces back here. And it really needs a place to drape, so that's why it's back there. I think it held, I don't know, paper towels or something. This is one of the oldest ones I've had, but it gets very heavy, so it has to lean up against something or it will fall. This is a vase that I got at the Goodwill. It is full of pearls. I can't dig in there right now, but I often put my pearls in there, necklaces, bracelets, and whatnot. And not anything really significant that I think, oh, this has to sell, but just the pearls will go in there because, you know, but I really need to look in there because I really am constantly reassessing things that I'm looking at and things that other people tell me about, like that silver bracelet that we just saw in that other closet. I had no idea it was worth $100 if a subscriber hadn't told me. So guys, when you see my hauls, I can't express to you how grateful I am for your knowledge. It is just, it's like an encyclopedia in an hour video. So when you leave me a comment about a certain vintage brand, even the tiny little baby ring I found the other day, someone gave me the exact name on the hallmark and how antique it was and so forth. So all of that is such valuable information. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. It's so important to all of us, not just to me, because other people learn. All right, then here's another bracelet rack. This one here is a little female form, and it holds earrings. I did find the match to these green earrings that we found last night, guys. So happy about that. Rack. I had showed you these coat racks that hold mostly beaded jewelry. I kind of coordinated them by earth tones, bright tones here. This one's kind of trapped under here because I have my little fairy lights that I light my videos with. But I kind of know what's what. I did have these stacked with bracelets, all of these right here. As you can see here, I have a few, but I have sold them in grab bags, and so they're getting a little empty now. but glad to do that. Absolutely. Here's a jewelry box that I've been bringing to the auction filled with things that I want to present that particular day. So I'll wind up looking through my hauls, looking through my fine jewelry, then I'll put it here. That way I always have something accessible that I want to show you that particular day. It might be something I've already showed you, but it may not. Usually it's something new, like this one that we found just the other day with the moving. No, this is the one with the rhinestones. I actually, I don't think I even presented this one yet. No, because it still has the price. But we found one with dry flowers. This is another one. I think this is like a lamp pole. But I think somebody needs it in their room or something. Somebody would love. So I'm going to put that at the auction too. Or list on eBay. This is just a crystal thing. I just put that bracelet there yesterday because it fell. But it's full of crystals and some ambers in here, some malachite, different things like that. Who's ringing my bell? Oh, the postman. Must have gotten a delivery because he walked away. Uh, Again, just a stack of jewelry that I go through, I look through it and say, oh, now it's time for me to do wood bangles. So I'll start grabbing all my wood bangles. I had these in order too. I used to have stretches and everything in here, but now I just have them mixed up again. I have 2 boxes full of stretch bracelets, and that's where I try to move them to eventually. But initially they wind up here or in the glass vases. Again, I only have purses here right now because I'm going to sell them at the auction. Hopefully we'll present them anyway. This is where I sit to do my videos. There's my lighting everywhere, my mic, and I will clean all of that up very shortly, and I will have in front of me what I want to bring to the auction today. And I think I want to start with these ruby and garnet. No, I think these are garnets or rubies, and I know those are emerald beads. Those were vintage and found in a shop as well. That's what I will have here. Back here in this jewelry box, I'm collecting single clip-ons because somebody wanted clip-on earrings, matched clip-ons, some sterling vintage that's matched. This is a stack of sterling that hasn't been matched coming out of jars. A stack of key rings that I also need to sell very soon. And again, just lots of lights for my close-up videos. And this is a jar I opened last night. I love these baskets, guys. I don't know. They're like rag, I guess. What is it called? That weave like carpets out of. These are fabulous. You can actually fold them up, and I'm using them for shipping, for stacking my shipping stuff as well. I'll show you that in just a minute. But here's another 3-tier stand. I think this was an entertainment stand for, like, you know, your old-fashioned TVs and things that we used to have back in the day. I was going to get rid of it. It's solid wood though, and very heavy, and it has wheels. So this helps me also during my auctions. I just pull everything close to me. This is where I'm stacking my trays that I have over here that I name, that I put your name on, and then your order will go there, whatever you actually win that day. That's how I do that. On the bottom of my desk, I have bags ready to sell. I have a hippie lot ready to catch my beads. I have a bangle lot down there, a basket that catches all the bangles as I'm unboxing my things. And on the bottom of my, what do you call this, sofa table here, I have a stack of books there only because I love books and they're everywhere in my house. And these actually serve as a little table. I have in the corner over there with the red and pink, the yellow and pink, I have baubles that need a bath. Those need to be either polished or washed. They're there. I have bags ready to sell, grab bags, craft bags, $20 bags, all prices. I have them there kind of as a sample, ready to go, ready to be sold. But I usually, if I get 1 or 2 orders, I'll make one up anyway. Those empty trays my husband was using to sort jewelry with that. And then the little white one now has single earrings. It's just a new batch of single earrings I'm collecting. And then onto this area here. Let me bring you back a little bit. Oh, there's my, I need to redo these shelving. I used to have books and things up there too. Lots of junk in here. This little armoire, this or whatever it's called, a dresser, is also holding handbags. My husband, I have a handbag there I want to sell today, and more draped on it. But it is full. It has about 6 drawers, and it is full of purses. And my husband actually found that on the curb. He sort of, what do you call that? Dumpster diving? Not dumpster diving, but curb. I don't know. You know the drill. This is a mess right now. I am organizing it in just a minute to get ready for the auction. I got one of these little ring trays. These are all rings that will be auctioned at one time or another, but I have them everywhere too, so I just found this one just to have it handy where I could, say, okay, these are going up for auction today, or as soon as I acquire them, they go in here for next time. That's what's in here. Just some liquid silver that I just got that I wanted to bring. Here's another one of those, probably empty treasure chests. Yeah, see this, it's just catching all kinds of knickknacks. I think these are single earrings. They need to be moved. I also had this for rings, but I ran out of room, so I got a bigger one. And then these are supposed to hold my sterling, but lately they've been a catch-all, so I do need to get rid of these. Not get rid of them, but put them in new places. There's some ivory beads that came in that lot that my coworker gave me that belonged to his mother. Some really nice stuff, but this has not been organized. This is just, I put it in here because it's sterling and it needs to go to its home. That's what it's going to do. All of these vintage jewelry boxes, that's what they hold. Mostly jewelry that is sterling. It may be mine because I may have just taken it off, like this gorgeous white buffalo. That's not going anywhere, but some of it is going to be sold. And this is just a safe haven for them right now. My collection of vintage clip-on earrings, mostly those sell really well too. And I have made lots of clip-on earrings too. Here's some more sterling charms, earrings. They go in here, and these usually will be resold as well. And let me see what else is in here. Some 14 karat gold pearls, some agates that I want to sell as well. Oh, did y'all see this beautiful one? You can see the crystals. So cute. The crystal drusies in there. Again, some of these have been, like this one I think is missing an abalone. They're just in there. I redid this nightstand that I used to have. I used to have the dresser here, but I redid it because I have this trunk full of purses. And I actually wanted to fill it with other inventory, but it's full of purses right now. So this is now my nightstand, and I took the little baby dresser that I had here, full of, what did I have? Oh, jewelry. I put it in the other room because I was going to use that to ship, and it was going to be the only table. Then my husband said, I'll get you another table. So we got one, but we have to go pick it up. And I'm still not sure if I'm even going to stay with that table because it's kind of big. Okay, we're going to go to the living room now. I mean, to the formal, I think this was a formal dining when we bought it, but I don't use it like that. I never have. It's been a piano room. Now it's an eBay room. Now it's my work room. So, because I really got tired of putting everything in my island. Everything was in my kitchen island. And I just don't want to subject the entire house to my business. It is my business, and I'm going to spread it out right here, and this will be my room. I do have some curtains to shut this room. I have the shutter doors here also shuts the room. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just taking full advantage, and this is now my eBay room. I have this box light that a company sent me a few months ago, and I want to have it out. I don't want to have it put away because that's another 10 steps that you have to do to get ready to shoot, and all of that just holds you back from shooting, from listing, from making money. If you don't list it, you don't make money. These two Barbie boxes, guys, I was going to do an entire video on them because I have never even looked in them. And I looked the other day, just took a quick peek and opened one of the bags that are in there with vintage Barbie clothes. And there was a Ken jacket with his name on, USA Mattel, and the zipper was metal. I'm like, oh my God, that's a good $25 on eBay. And it's sitting there. It's been sitting there for 6 months. I still have my grandkids' toys strewn around. I didn't want to put them away. I like them to have access to them when they come over. I don't want to have to dig out toys, right? And I already had a big toy box in here anyway, which is now in the other room. So this room is now my shipping eBay room. We're doing everything in here, like it or not. No one comes to visit me anyway. I don't have to please anybody. This is the table that I had in my garage that my husband also salvaged from a, what do you call it? Curbside salvage. He's always finding wonderful things. This one has a wonderful, what do you call that? That burnwood motif, and it says Texas and the gateway to the hill country, and it is a draft table. So before he put this in yesterday, I was using this table, and this is not a table, this is the dresser where I keep jewelry as well. This is my silver jewelry, some silver jewelry, Mexican mostly. Sarah Coventry thing in here. These are all the little like stud earrings that I need to list as well. Somebody might just want studs, but there's lots of different jewelry in here. And this is the table I was originally using, but it was gonna break my back. I'm sure I have some empty Tiffany boxes, James Avery box. Oh, here's my Mexican bracelet. Why is that loose? I need to put that where it belongs. And then I have trays of vintage, there's that Tiffany bracelet that I'm trying to sell over on my site. Here's a beautiful strand of amber that needs to be utilized in some way. Found that in a jar. And then there's just a lot of vintage right there on that beautiful velvet piece. But this is in here, and I was using this, but it was breaking my back to bend over, and, and very little room. I put this just so I wouldn't have to bend down so much to write my little thank you, which I usually do right here. I did get me a little stamp, guys. That'll save me a step. It says Thelma Thrift on it. Just thank you with. And so I set up my tissue here. I have like a little drum table. You may have seen it in a haul. Right next to my table that I love. It's right at my waist. No breaking my back here. This is a trash can. I don't want a trash can to look like a trash can. And it's basically just shipping stuff. I don't use a lot of bubble wrap for my jewelry. If I need big pieces of bubble wrap, I usually have some in the garage. But I do have some here, and here's some more of those fabulous baskets. These are awesome, and these are great to store your jewelry too. I think I got them for $13 on Amazon, and they're amazing. I will definitely buy more for like my bath things, my blow dryers and things like that. I think they're wonderful. And I have my boxes in here. I do like to box up my jewelry usually. Sometimes I run out between shipments. So, if you get it just in a little bag, I'm sorry. But I do try to do that. Let me see who popped in real quick and say hello again as we look at my junk. Okay. Let me see who popped in here. Hey, how are you, Miss Kathleen? Curbside salvage, that's what it is. Oh my gosh, yes, he's always finding fabulous things. You guys have seen some of the things in the garage that I use for storage too, like these ceiling high bins where we store, when I was doing a lot of clothing, I stored clothes in there. I still do. They're fine. Nothing happened to them. The only thing I've moved in here is a few sneakers that I still have because they're very high dollar. And I have just a few left to sell that I bought when I bought off my nephew's closet. So the cat, aren't those cute? I got the cats at, I got these kitty cats at Walgreens during their Halloween. And they are the softest, oh my gosh, they're so soft. I bought 3. I gave one to my grandson. And I had those on my sofa, but I moved the sofa out of here. So now they're just there for hugging and sitting and whatnot. Walgreens clearance after Halloween. That was a great buy. Let me see who else popped in. Ann, how are you, Anna? Lady Grimes, how are you? Thank you guys again. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Let me see who else popped in. Ziff. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. If you like the video, be sure and hit that thumbs up. Subscribe right there on that rectangle on the right. Hi, Rosie Rodriguez. How are you? And hit the bell because it'll notify you when I do a new video. So, guys, this is where I'm at now. This has gone from a parlor to, you've seen it, I've done room tours. I'll link my other room tours so you can see how I used to have this room. I had it many different ways. I've enjoyed it many different ways. I even made it a bedroom for my mother while she was here temporarily. That's why I put the dark curtains and the curtain here in the entryway, was for her. Now it's mine. I'm just, I'm tired of, it's something in Texas in the summer, guys. It's just not feasible for me to be in the garage or to have my inventory in the garage. Look at this fabulous, I'll show you this in the haul though. It opens up, it's a jewelry box. I think my daughter's gonna keep it because did she find it? I think she found it. It was $6. And it's got 2 keys that actually work. I put this little treasure chest here because it's full of men's things and I want my daughter to list them. So I thought if she can see them right here, she will start listing them. And other things in here. The piano's still in here till my daughter takes it. I do have my scale here. I have two scales. I have one here, and I just put one, because I used to have that one in the garage. I just put another scale in my room where I do the auctions, so when I have a nice hefty bracelet, I can tell you, hey, this weighs 50 grams, and I will be telling you the truth. I won't be estimating anything. This is that record LP holder that I decoupage for my son. It's got all of the Rolling Stone fabulous covers from years. It was a special issue. And then I keep my little bags here, other bags. These are my plastic bags here. These are the sneakers that I had to bring in. I'm going to do another photo of them. I do have them listed already, but I'm going to do a couple of updates just to put them on other platforms and to take the pictures from the light box. It's so fabulous in this light box. This is a Joan Rivers necklace I got from Makeup Zombie. I love it. It'll do well. So that's why I want to put it in the light box and try to make some money on that. And that is it, guys. That's just my little humble eBay room. I wish I had more, you know, like shelving and that kind of thing, but I still want it to also be presentable. You know, if somebody comes in, there's a chair, they can sit. It's just, it is what it is. Everybody else has an office, right? Everybody else has working rooms and office rooms, and it's just time for me to do it too. And my husband may bring me that other table, but I may not actually use it in here because this drafting table is the perfect size because I don't do anything sitting down. I really don't. I almost do everything as I stand, you know, especially shipping. You can't really be wrapping big old boxes and moving them around while you're sitting down, right? So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you later at my Facebook auction if you are inclined to do so. All the information is usually in the description box of every video. If not, I'll see you back really soon with another jewelry jar unjarring or an excursion out to the thrift stores. Hi, Miss Cindy. I hope you're doing well. Mary and who was this? Danush. How are you? Donna. Danush, did you change your name? Well, I'm glad you're here. And Debbie Claudia as well. Have a great one, guys. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.